student, before our start our lesson today, I think it's better we have to prepare. Let's pray together. Finish. Okay, my student, is somebody here?
Yes.
Okay, so are you ready to lesson today?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. Do you remember what we have learned last week?
Narrative text.
Okay. About narrative?
Text.
Narrative text. Okay, Julia. Do you remember what is definition of narrative text?
The text that describes about something.
Nice. Okay, the text that describe about something or someone. Okay. Okay, Dwi. How about generic structure of narrative text?
Identification.
Identification and
Description.
description. Okay. So, what's language feature of narrative text?
Simple present tense.
Simple present
Tense.
tense. So, I think all of you have understand about narrative text. So today we will learn about a new topic, but I want to ask you first before we start our lesson for today. Okay? Okay, students. Do you like some stories?
Yes, I like.
Okay. So what's the story that usually you have read?
Novel, legendaries, or
Novel, legend, fairy tale, or myth? Legend. Okay. Can you mention some legend from Indonesia?
Kundang.
Malin Kundang, Perempuan Tempel, and else. Okay. Have you ever heard about Batu Menangis? Not yet. Okay. So Batu Menangis is very interesting to make a narrative text. Okay. So student, for today we will learn about narrative text, and in our lesson I want you to understand about definition, generic structure, language feature of narrative text, and be able to make narrative text. Okay. Well, I have a video, but before I play the video, please focus about the video is, and then find out about double expression like who, when, where, and why, and how the story. Okay? Do you get it? Any question?
No.
No? Okay. Okay, student, I will play the video. Please focus on the video about this and generic structure.
Once upon a time, there was a kind and beautiful girl whose name was Cinderella. She lived with her cruel stepmother and stepsisters, where she was treated as a servant and spent her days cleaning, tidying, and waiting on them, hand and foot. Despite their cruelty, Cinderella would always remember her mother's words, "Have courage and be kind." One day, an invitation to a royal ball arrived. The prince was looking for a bride, and everyone in the kingdom was invited. Her stepmother immediately ordered new gowns to be made for herself and her daughters. Cinderella worked day and night to prepare the new dresses in time. On the day of the ball, as they were preparing to leave, Cinderella came down the stairs in a dress she had made for herself. Her stepmother and stepsisters were so angry to see her looking so beautiful, they tore up the dress and left without her. Left alone, Cinderella began to cry when all of a sudden her fairy godmother appeared. "Do not cry, my child. You shall go to the ball," she said. "But I do not have a dress to wear," cried Cinderella. Her fairy godmother waved her magic wand, and at once Cinderella's rags turned into a beautiful new ball gown. Then her fairy godmother found 6 mice playing in the pumpkin patch. She touched them with her magic wand, and the pumpkin turned into a beautiful coach, and the mice into 4 white horses and 2 coachmen. When everything was ready, Cinderella waved goodbye to her fairy godmother, who said, "The magic will only last until midnight. You must reach home by then." When she entered the ballroom, the guests were struck by her beauty, and her stepmother and stepsisters did not know who she was. The prince asked Cinderella to dance, and she was overjoyed. The prince and Cinderella danced all evening until Cinderella noticed the clock approaching midnight, and she remembered her godmother's words. "I must go," she told the prince as she fled from the ballroom. As she ran down the steps of the palace, one of her glass slippers fell off, but Cinderella did not stop to pick it up. She returned home just as the clock struck 12. Her coach turned back into a pumpkin, her horses became mice, and she was wearing rags once more. Her stepmother and stepsisters arrived home shortly afterwards and were full of talk of the beautiful girl who had danced all night with the prince. The prince had fallen in love with Cinderella the moment he saw her, but he did not even know her name. He picked up her glass slipper from the steps and declared, "I will marry the girl whose foot fits this slipper." The prince and his servants took the glass slipper to every house in the kingdom, but it did not fit any of the women who tried it on. Cinderella's stepsisters tried to squeeze their large feet into the dainty shoe, but the servant was afraid it might break. Cinderella's stepmother would not let her try on the slipper, but the prince said, "Wait, let her try it." The slipper fit Cinderella's foot perfectly, and the prince realized this was the beautiful girl he had danced with at the ball. The prince had found the girl he was looking for. They were married and both lived happily ever after.
Okay, student. What is the video about? About Cinderella. Cinderella, that's right. The video tell about the story of Cinderella. So, how many characters in this story? Julia? There are many characters in this story.
There are characters in this video.
Yes.
There are Cinderella, Prince, stepmother, stepsister.
Okay, there are 5 characters in this video. The character is Cinderella, Prince, her stepmother, and 2 stepsisters. So, do you agree with Julia's statement? We?
Cinderella.
Do you agree?
Yes, I
Okay. So, what Cinderella has to go to the party? Using cheap shoes or glasses? Using glass shoes. So, why the prince asked Cinderella to be his wife?
Because Cinderella is friendly.
Because Cinderella is friendly. Okay, so the prince asked Cinderella to be his wife because he can fit the glass shoes. Okay. Okay, I have the text about narrative text. Okay. I want you to read the text about narrative text. Okay. Please, I give you 5 minutes to read and understand about narrative text. Okay, students. I want to ask a question for you about the text that I gave to you. So, what is the text about?
Tangkuban Perahu.
About Tangkuban Perahu. So, where the story from?
West Java.
West Java. Okay. What Dadang Sumbi excited in the jungle?
She is afraid and afraid.
Okay. So Dadang Sumbi excited in the jungle because he was unmarried and pregnant. And then, what are the structure of this text?
I will answer these questions.
Okay. So today I will answer your question, but I want you to read my explanation about question on your book. Please prepare your book. Okay. Okay. I will explain about narrative text. So, what is narrative text?
The text
Narrative text is the text that's created
by someone.
by someone.
The story.
By someone who telling the story. Okay. And then, what is the purpose of narrative text? Amuse or to entertain the listener
And the readers.
and the leaders. Huh?
The readers.
The leader and the readers. Okay. Do you get it? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then, what is the language feature of narrative text?
The book is not about language future.
Okay. I will explain about language feature. So, language feature, the first is
Using past tense.
using
Past tense.
past tense. Jadi, kalian tahu kenapa menggunakan using past tense? No?
No.
Okay. Kenapa narrative text menggunakan language feature past tense? Karena narrative text itu adalah teks yang menceritakan tentang kejadian masa lalu. Okay. And then
Verb and adjective.
using adverb and adjective. Jadi adverb ini ada pembagiannya ya. Jadi ada factor of time, like in the jungle, in the river, and in the kingdom, dan masih banyak lagi. Kemudian ada adverb of place. Okay, do you get it? And then using action verb. Using action verb. Oke, ini menggunakan has or have. And then using conjunction. Like then, for that, like what, and else. Okay, now I will. Okay. Any questions so far?
No.
No. Okay. So now I want you to make a narrative text. Just write unforgettable experience. Jadi di sini saya ingin kalian membuat sebuah teks naratif tentang pengalaman kalian yang tidak terlupakan. Okay, I will give you time to make a narrative text. Okay, student, have you finished? Yes. Okay. So I have heard about your stories. Your story is very funny and interesting to make a narrative text. So, any questions so far? No? Okay. Today I will conclude about our material today. Okay, I will conclude about our material today. The first about definition of narrative text. Okay, Dwi, can you tell to your friends about definition of narrative text? Please. Okay. Narrative text is the text that's created by someone to telling the story. And then Second, what is the generic structure of narrative text? Do you know about generic structure of narrative text? There are orientation, complication, resolution, and then reorientation. So, do you know about orientation? No? Okay. The orientation in this part telling about name, place, and time. Complication in this part describe about the problem of the story or the climax of the story. Okay, resolution about the solve of the problem. And then reorientation. This is about moral value. Moral value. Do you get it? Any questions so far?
No.
No? Okay. Okay, student. I think time is over. So I want you to understand about my explanation about definition of narrative text, about general structure, and language feature. Language feature. There are past tense. There are adverb of adjective, adverb of adjective, and then action verb, and the last about conjunction. So students, do you understand about my explanation?
Yes.
Any questions so far?
No.
No? Okay student, I think that's all from me, and I think time is over. Okay, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.